Okay, first things first. Sorry for any noises you hear in the background. We have a few windows open and my brother is playing a video game. Okay, when you adapt a book to a movie, change is inevitable. We're just gonna have to roll with that. And you know what? Some changes, whether you like them or hate them, you have to admit they do contribute something. Like, and again, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So, um, some people might really love an adaptation, or some people might really hate an adaptation. We're gonna have to just go with the circumstances. Okay, so there are a few things that change when you adapt anything into anything else, be it from a book to a movie, or a movie to a video game, or a video game to a movie. Those are the most infamous. Super Mario Brothers. So, um, again, change is inevitable. When you are trying to take a book and put it to movie, the thing is, in movies, you need to be like really visual. What a lot of my English teachers have argued for when they say why they like the book better than they like the movie is that with the book you can visualize it. Like you can visualize what main character A looks like. You can visualize what setting A looks like. But in the movie, you just see another person's idea of what it looks like. And it might not be as interesting. For example, the Del Toro book series was originally, yes, a book series, but then it was changed into a TV show that aired on the Hub. I love the book series, and when I saw that there was a third installment, I flipped. However, I saw the series and it was okay, but I felt like it just wasn't good. Like it wasn't fantastic. It's more of a guilty pleasure than anything. Only my friend and I really like a couple songs, to be honest. So there were a few things that really bothered me. Like we had the change with the character's appearance. Now, Leaf and Barda, yeah, I never really went too much into their description other than the fact that, yes, Barda was a really large man, like he was very tall, very muscular, and that he had a lot of hair, a lot of beard, you know. And Leaf, yes, he was very youthful in appearance, not very built just yet because of how young he was. But then it established in the book that Jasmine was a character with, I believe, tangled black hair, they said, and she wore the uniforms of the Grey Guards. But then we see her in the book, and in the movie, TV show, sorry, and she has crazy green hair, and Billy is, I have no idea what he is. He's like a little pocket-sized Pokemon. And Cree, I don't think they could have screwed Cree's idea up because it's a black bird that like he could be, blackbird, crow, raven, or just any other kind of bird that's dark in color. But Jasmine, we see gray guards on the show, and I don't remember seeing pink on them anywhere. And they did change a few things, like in the so that leads us to another change. Things will have to change. I, and this is another part of what I just mentioned. Character details will be taken away from, or object details, or things will change. And again, with Del Toro Quest, in one episode, um, on Red Mountain, Jasmine is shot in the hand by one of the poison arrows, and she's getting very sick very quickly. See, in the book, it was established that one of the gems they had previously gotten, I believe the opal, was an antidote to venoms and poisons. And because the toad produces venom, that means that would be the antidote. So they just pressed the opal onto her hand, and she's all healed up. But in the TV series, they just have the little I don't remember what the creature was called. I'm sorry, but she cries into the little container that held the lilies of life nectar, and they just, she cried into it, got a little off the side, they gave it to Jasmine, boom, done. That that really was not an okay thing at all, in my opinion. They also did other things. Like, when you change a book or anything into a different medium, as I keep saying, change is inevitable. And one of the changes is that um, there might be plot devices, plot points, other things like that will either be removed or added in. In the Chronicles of Narnia, there was a lot more scenes. There were many more scenes with Edmund and the White Witch. There were scenes of them walking as the spring began to take over, and there were also scenes with the children walking. However, in the movie, they kind of omitted a lot of traveling scenes, which I believe is a smart move because I do not want to watch them just keep walking and walking and walking. They added the waterfall scene and the river scene, and that was just so amazing, in my opinion, at least. I mean, there are probably people who are very angry with this change, but in my mind, that was a really cool change to have, and you can see Peter's a bit conflicted with killing Mogrim, but later on, not so much. So you get to see a little bit of development here. So, um, yeah, and back to Del Toro's quest. Rita was supposed to die, and in the series, she didn't die. She lived, and that bothers me. I was looking forward to her death. I really hated her in the show, and she lived. It irks me. It irks me so much. So, yeah, characters, if they die, they may not die. And sometimes characters are added. Like, in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, Dog Days, or was it? I don't remember if it was Dog Days or some other movie. No, it was the first one. The first one. Sorry. They added this one girl who sat under the bleachers, who was at no point in any of the movie afterwards or in the book series at all. It felt like they were just sticking her in there so we have a relatable female protagonist, which, if they're trying to go for some sort of female empowerment type thing, good for them, but it just didn't really feel like it fit. They just had this, I guess, mysterious girl for the sake of having an mysterious girl. Like, I wouldn't have minded so much if she had appeared or at least made a cameo in later movies, or if she was, mentioned in the book, but she wasn't, so it just kind of distracts me. I don't know if anyone else, likes that, or if somebody else despises it. But yeah, this feels weird. So let's see. We have all kinds of things that'll change. Maybe a plot point is added. Maybe a character changes. We don't get to see things the way we wanted to see them. Again, things are added or subtracted. Character details, descriptions, object details are all taken away from in an adaptation. However, it's inevitable. Some changes you're gonna really hate. Like, maybe they don't kill off a character when the book changes into a TV series. Or maybe they totally erase the world you've come to know and love when they change the video game into a movie. See, it might be a little bit more forgivable to not kill off a character. Like maybe at least one person like that character and not killing them off is just throwing in a little service for that one person. But yeah, it could have been handled so much better in the Del Toro Quest series. Like they could have made her less unlikable, or maybe had some good redeeming traits, like she was conflicted or something like that. But no, the entire time she was just a pain. And then there's the big change of totally changing the medium to the point where the new product could stand on its own 2 feet, and that would make the new product better because it wouldn't be associated with what you originally had. References can include Teen Titans turning into Teen Titans Go, which we won't go into, as well as when they did the Super Mario Brothers movie. See, I'm not a fan of Mario. I really am not. I am sorry. I don't like it. I can see people loving it. I can see people hating it. I'm more of a Zelda person, in all honesty. So, in the movie, from what I got after watching the Nostalgia Critics reviews, the settings were dull. There was nothing like the Mushroom Kingdom. I've seen my mom play it, and while I don't like the game, it is whimsical. It is really kind of pretty to look at, but then they drop the movie in some dull underground location type thing, and it angers me even though I don't like the series. So there's something that may be forgivable, like maybe the character's appearance is a little bit different from the original book or wherever he or she appeared, or maybe something unforgivable, like they totally change everything just to fit within the budget, or just so the producer can, I don't know, the only thing I can think of is that they were trying to write some kind of fan fiction or add bits of a fan fiction they had worked on, and they wanted to make it look like they were making a series adaptation. That's all I could think of. Well, if there's any adaptations I didn't cover that you want to bring up, just throw it in the comments. Okay? I've covered just about everything I need to cover, so, yep. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.